today we had the real admission that this could be the end for one Aaron Aloysius Rodgers. This year, maybe the first time we see. No, okay, whoa, no.
That's the end.
Okay.
Oh, he's tapping out.
Okay.
I mean, Teichert just wanted it to be definitive.
Yeah,
If he's
an old
really going
horse.
to end, he's ending.
Rodgers made his first appearance on the Pat McAfee show in about a month and a half or
You
2 months,
selfish
whatever it was.
bastard.
And, I think they're going to miss his appearances on the show as well. But
Yeah, because he's going away.
he said a couple of things. And number one was Aaron Rodgers said that, hey, I'm playing football a long time. 2025, this might be the last time you see old number 12, number 8, number 6, whatever. Last time you might see me in an NFL uniform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. This was really about finishing with a lot of love and fun and peace for the career that I've had. I mean, I played 20 freaking years. What better place to finish than in one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL?
Okay. I don't know that you need more evidence that this is not going to go well with the Steelers, but I'll give it to you. I'm pretty sure he sounds like he's done now. And I'm just going to play this season, right? Think about everything from the offseason, right? He didn't say he wanted to sign. He stayed away from football. The Jets called him in to tell him you're fired, and he talked about that. And he wasn't with a team. No one knew what was going on. He threw to DK Metcalf once. He made the Steelers wait until right up against the mandatory minicamp to come in, and then he comes into mandatory minicamp, and now here he is again. That's over. He's walking on the beach, pictures of him, and now he does an interview saying, yeah, pretty sure. I played a long time, man. He sounds like he's done now. And when and if this is what it is, then he should not play. Because he sounds like he's already done, but I'm just going to play this last year for whatever reason, hoping that, hey, I'm on a better franchise than I was with the Jets. The defense will be better. The coaching is better. Maybe the offense will be better. I don't think so because what Arthur Smith likes to do, what I like to do are completely opposite. But it sounds like he's retired already. And this is why whenever an athlete says, hey, I'm going to do one more year, okay, how mentally into and how mentally focused are you going to be for this year? Or are things going to fall by the wayside? Will your preparation be what it was? It's not. Because if Aaron Rodgers was going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, he would have signed there much earlier. He could have easily signed, hey, during free agency, get me the playbook, all these things. Hey, I'm not going to be there till mandatory minicamp, but hey, I want to be here. This is what I want. I'm going to go. So he didn't really want there, but it was the only choice he had, so I became a Steeler, right? And everything that's gone along, he doesn't sound like hey, I'm done. I played a long time, man, 20. This is what you say when you've retired, not when you're going into your final season. I mean, mentally, that's a thing. And is his preparation going to be the same? Does he feel like he wants to be a Hall of Famer? Just want to throw a few more touchdowns and maybe catch lightning in a bottle? Like, when you're done, this is the stuff you say. And it sounds like he's done.
Yeah, I take the entire offseason with a grain of salt. I don't know what his offseason has truly been. He might have had that playbook 3 months ago. We don't know. Right? They couldn't disclose it because he wasn't under contract, but all we'd heard was whispers and rumors, wink, wink, of these deals, just like all the collusive stuff with the owners, right? It's stuff we've talked about for a long time of, hey, he was going to show up in Pittsburgh. It was just a matter of time. Now, was there some scuttlebutt, some whispers of wanting Minnesota or whatever? Sure, it was out there, but in the end, he ends up in Pittsburgh just where we thought he was all along. So how many times did he throw with DK Metcalf? Well, one that's documented. Maybe more than that. We don't know. I didn't track the guy 25. I didn't have him like NORAD tracking, Santa Claus going across the sky and tracking the reindeer and what they were up to on a given night. In terms of his countenance here, what's he going to do? He's going to come running in on McAfee like he's the ultimate warrior and start screaming, I'm so ready for training camp, brother. Come on! The Warriors are coming. No,
but dude, but what did I just say? If you're going to play, you sign earlier. You make it seem like you want to be there. You don't let your teammates say, he can come here or not. If you want to be a teammate or not. That's not how a quarterback acts. It's not how guys act that, hey, I still love football. I still want to play. I'm done.
He's Aaron Rodgers.
The Jets were terrible, and I thought I might have been done, but now I'll play one more year. Okay, I'll play one more year. Right? Like, some guys can do that, but he's not that guy. He's not that guy. You had to worry about how bought in he was last year with the Jets and the last 2 years with the Jets. Is he bought in? Is he mentally there? Is he be there as long as possible?
To be fair, it was
just
the Jets.
It was a year ago. I'm going to Egypt. I can't come to mandatory minicamp. Okay, now he hasn't been around at all. And now, when you hear him say, "Yeah, this is it. I'm done," I mean it. He sounds like. And if you're done now, then retire now. Retire now, because this is not going to be good for either side. And all of a sudden, it's going to be Will Howard playing week 6 at quarterback for the Steelers.
Yeah, they're over-under. I mean, it was baked in. It was at 8.5 wins. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a 500 team, see if you can keep the streak alive, and maybe, if you're lucky, you catch lightning in a bottle and you ride into January. But is he better than any of their alternatives? Yes. Is he better? Is he going to be better here than he was with the Jets? Yes.
He might not throw enough. Squad. He might not throw enough to be better. He might be one of those guys, hey, boy, Aaron Rodgers is only 8 for 19 today. Only threw the ball 19 times. Well, that's because they ran Jalen Warren 25 times. They ran for, he may not get that chance.
Yeah, no, he'll override Arthur Smith. I don't think we're going to need to worry about that.
I keep saying run the ball. Yeah, I got it.
Did we not just have a story about the diatribes he was having about the run game with the Jets a year ago? There's no way he's succumbing to whatever Arthur Smith wants. He's going to come in, and the only way he shows up with this squad is if he's got a bit more of control. So that's what I'm expecting here, and that they do have at least a peaceful marriage for this year, and it's one and done, and they can start thinking about whatever the quarterback of the future is, which is dangerous, even though they get their compensatory picks for guys that left and all that stuff. You got these big thought pieces. In the end, is that enough to be able to trade up to get a guy you really want if this season goes better than expected? Right? If you're setting up for next year's draft, that's the part that's worrisome for me. It's like, well, why not go the Celtics route and just say, hey, this is a lost year. Let's go get that best quarterback a year from now.
I mean, I don't know how focused he is with success. Like, if you've already said, hey, this is my last year, okay, again, you're mentally done. But did he say, hey, I can't wait, I'm excited, all the things I'm gonna get to do one last time, I want to end with a Super Bowl? This is what you say, right? Now, granted, you could mentally be, but this is the message you put out there. You put out a message of, I am leading this team, I'm the bleeping quarterback, let's go. And instead it's, hey, man, I played a long time. Of course I'm going to retire. I'm exhausted right now just being on the air with you.
Hey, he said he's playing for love and fun and peace.
He's playing because I'll tell you why he's playing. He doesn't want, even though the end of last year is probably as good as he could expect it to go out, because the last few weeks he threw the ball pretty well.
He had two really big games.
When the Jets were out of contention, you turned out, hey, look at your year. 28 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. Hey, that's not, for a 42-year-old, that's not bad. That was supposed to be, hey, if you give me 28, 11, and 4,000 yards, Jets are going to win 13, 14 games. That clearly wasn't the case because they fell apart everywhere else. But it didn't go well. He got cut. The Jets told him they didn't need him anymore, so he doesn't want to end that way. He wants to try to control the ending, which you can't always do that. And sometimes you just have to realize that it ended like this, and maybe it wasn't the greatest ending, but it might have been the right ending. Tom Brady could have played another year, but if Brady falls off the cliff, I didn't want to end that way. Okay, it sucks to end in the playoffs, losing a game, and not everybody wants to end like Jordan, making a shot, walking off the court. I've won championships. Everybody wants to end that way. John Elway winning back-to-back, walking off the field, that's it. People want that. You don't always get it. And Rodgers is simply trying to say, okay, these last 2 years, this hurt my legacy and all. Let me just go one more just to see if it gets better. And this is where it never goes well. If you're out there just for that, I mean, your mental focus, your preparation, your buy-in, everything, your leadership, all of that, because you just simply don't care anymore. You're out here, hey, I want to try to flip the ending of my narrative. Okay, great. You can still sling it, but I could watch him sling it last year and throw when the rush gets too close to him, he throws the ball away before his receivers even turn around. Everything is off his back foot. Does not want to get hit anymore. Does not want to stand in and deliver the football like he used to. This is what I've seen from Aaron Rodgers. So now suddenly, just because it didn't end the way you wanted, I'm going to put all my money on ending that way this year. It's not going to happen. It just doesn't happen because you change teams, right? Maybe he'll have some big moments, I'm sure. He's still Rodgers, but overall, what last year, that was as good as it was going to get for how he ended his career.
Yeah, in the end, it's all about for him and for the Steelers. Do they get what they need out of the marriage? For the rest of us, we're just going to watch. If he's good, great. If he's bad, guess what? The folks that hate him are going to hate him even more. For the folks that watched him flail with the Jets and may have gotten a little bit of their hopes up when he showed up before those 3 snaps and then it all went to hell, yeah, they're going to be mad too, or they're going to celebrate, I should say, his demise. And for those that didn't like any of the other stuff he had to say, not related to football, well, they'll take a celebratory lap too. But they decided to give it the old college try, and I dare say that even at his worst, he's still better than at least a third of the quarterbacks that'll take the opening snaps in week 1 of the NFL season.
Yeah, but is he really? The Jets won less games than they had with Zach Wilson 2 years ago. Like, is he really? I mean, is he a guy that's going to give you stats and some stats and it's not going to be wins?
Did they win? But did they win because of Zach Wilson or in spite of him?
He's like a lesser version of KD, where I may give you a little bit of stats, but he's not going to be in the win column. I'm still throwing picks, and I'm throwing too many incomplete passes, and I'm not that guy. Like, also being 42,
better than that. He doesn't throw picks.
Can he make
He
it?
throws it into the dirt.
Can he make it? Okay,
Or
more into the dirt. You're right.
He's throwing it into the dirt, or
right.
he's throwing it into the third row.
You
he
are
is
right.
not getting picked off.
He's not making that into the third row anymore.
No.
It's definitely going to the dirt.
He's not Osweilering it.
Oh, now that.
Not well done.
Ooh, that was, boy, that's a
what?
That's a shots fired right there. When you could compare to Brock Osweiler at the end. Oof, man.
This one's very, very simple, guys.
Okay.
And very short.
Yep.
You ready?
Yeah.
Bye.
He had a good run.
I mean, when this is how you're talking, you are mentally retired already, which means you should retire. That's it. If this is how you're talking now, you're done. You're done playing, man. It's not going to go well. I know you don't want to walk off the field saying, man, I was a Jet. But Emmitt Smith had to walk off the field and go, man, I was a Cardinal. So, okay. And we still talk about Emmitt and the run he had with the Cowboys. Maybe sometimes decisions, control the ending as much as you can. And then you have to think about, all right, this is now it's out of his control. Now everything is out of his control. Because if he plays poorly, guess what? This is not going to be Mike Tomlin saying, well, we spent a lot to go get him. We're going to let him be the quarterback the rest of the year. Aaron Rodgers could end his career on the bench watching Will Howard or Mason Rudolph play in big games in December. Like, do you really want to end that way? Russell Wilson's going to end his career watching Jackson Dart spray the ball around to Malik Neighbors. I mean, that's how it's going to end, man. That's how it's going to end for these guys. Going to be tough, man. It'll be tough. We'll be there for it, but that's how it's going to end.
Beat it.